as a management, and also from each department, workers will be taken as a worker representatives. If you see the legal requirement, as all you people mentioned, under Section 41G of the Factories Act 1948, and also Rule number 61 SG in AP Factories Rules, we have to form a safety committee. As I mentioned, committees consisting of equal number of representatives of workers and management to promote cooperation between the workers and management in maintaining proper safety, health at work, and to review periodically. What is the frequency of meeting? Anybody can tell? How often the committee is going to meet? What is the frequency?
Equal number of employees, sir.
No. The frequency of meetings. And any
Monthly, sir. Monthly once.
okay. What about others? Monthly? Okay. I'll make it the question clearly. As per the legal requirement, what is the frequency? As per the legal requirement, what is the frequency? Okay, as per the legal requirement also, Rajni is mentioning monthly. Okay. What about others? I got only 2 responses out of 16. Okay. Dinakar monthly, Naveen monthly. 2 times in a month. Okay. Okay. Sumesh monthly. Okay, fine. I'm sorry. All your answers are wrong. As per the legal requirement, the safety committee has to meet at least once in a quarter. అంటే మినిమం 3 నెలలకు ఒకసారన్నా వాళ్ళు ఆ కమిటీ మీటింగ్ అనేదాన్ని కండక్ట్ చేయాలి. Once in 3 months. Once in 3 months. This is the correct answer. Once in 3 months, the committee has to be met. I know why you have mentioned monthly. Many of the organizations, as a best practice, instead of keeping for long duration 3 months, most of the organizations, they are conducting once in a month, and some of the organizations, they are doing once in 2 months. That is the best practice. The legal requirement is once in 3 months. There is no harm in you are conducting once in a month, but at least once in 3 months, the committee has to be met to discuss on safety related matters, not on other things. It is especially has to discuss only on safety related concerns, safety related issues, or safety related improvements, or safety related the progress, or the things they have developed. Okay. It is once in 3 months. As we see in applicability, as I mentioned, the workers more than 250. And also the factories carrying dangerous operations under Section 87 and factories listed in first schedule. So out of these 3 points, your organization or your operations which are covering or which are falling under out of this 3 category of any one category, you have to form a safety committee. Number 1, 250 and more employees, or your operations or manufacturing process, which is comes under 87, under Section 87, dangerous operations, or your factories listed in first schedule of Factories Act. We have 3 schedules in under Factories Act. if your activity coming under schedule 1, you have to form a safety committee. Hope we are clear now. As per the under section 41G of the Factories Act and 61 SG of the AP Factories Rules, we will form a safety committee. Even this topic also very important. I have seen many times the questions have been asked about the safety committee, and also if any freshers are there in this training, it is very much important for them to understand, and also for the experienced people also, this topic is very important, because you may get a question during the interviews as per the which section or which rule the safety committee has to be formed. Okay. Yeah. See here, I have made one sample the safety committee composition. If you see here, there is a chairman for this committee, and there are 6 management representatives. As an example, I've taken safety manager, medical officer, production manager, maintenance manager, purchase, and personal manager. So against this, there we need 6 worker representatives. If you see, as I mentioned, as I mentioned, there will be a chairman for this committee. Then secretary will be a safety manager or head safety, or a medical practitioner or medical officer. Then members. The members will be 2 types, as we seen, management representatives and worker representatives. Okay, this is the committee structure. Now we'll see, it is just for simple understanding. So there are multiple types of people will be there in your safety committee. So these are the various the characters you can see in your committee meetings. So the characters will be the quarrel type, so who will be fighting against, like especially other operational people like production people or maintenance people, they'll be complaining on safety department because you are keep on rising an issues about their activities. And the positive type, the second guy who will be know about the requirement of safety, they will be in a positive type towards the safety requirements. Then third guy will be know all, so he will be always such a kind of character. They used to tell that he knows everything. Then over talkative, so some people will be there, they'll be keep on talking without context. Then scattler type, they will be discussing with others. Then unknown operative type, so they will be nobody is focusing on that. Then thick skinned, so somebody will come for the meeting and they will be sleeping, they won't bother about what is happening around. Then high borrow type, high borrow in the sense they'll have an ego factor, I know everything, he is not going to be listen, I like egoist people. Then last type will be silent type, they'll be like an ideal person or neutral people, they'll not talk anything, they'll be simply sit in the meeting. These are the various kinds of characters you can see in your committee meetings. If I think already some of the people have been already attended committee meetings, may you can find your colleagues or fall under which category, either a quarrel type or a positive type or all no type or over talkative, high borrow, silent or thick skinned. Now we'll see what is the functions of the and also tenure and the rights. So here also our friends have covered. So what is the function of the safety committee? So as I mentioned, a senior official will be the chairman. Safety officer or factory medical officer shall be the secretary, and respective each from the production, maintenance, etc. from the each member, and worker representatives of all equal numbers. And tenure of the committee will be 2 years. This is also very important. Tenure of the committee in the sense, the life of the committee. For example, on today's date, 14th February 2024, I formed a safety committee. This committee will be valid for the next 2 years until 13th February 2026. In case of any changes happens, or the worker representatives have given resignation, or the management representatives are there out of organization, the replacement will happen. And those replacement will be discussed during the safety committees. So it has to be noticed, or it has to be addressed. The safety committee, the committee members, the key members have been changed. So and so person has been replaced by so and so person. It has to be addressed in the MOM, minutes of meeting. Then at least the meeting should be happen once in 3 months, and the committee has right to inform of the potential hazards and workplace, and also data on accidents, and also working environment. The committee shall keep the data confidential and use it solely to guide on safety matters. If in case of any data, if the committee has to keep as a secret, the committee can do it. So the data solely, which means completely, or the must be used only for safety measures, or to improve the safety in the organization. Any doubts in this as of now in safety committee? Any questions? First of all, it is a legal requirement as per the under section 41G and 61 SG of as per the AP factories rules. And the tenure of the committee will be 2 years. And there should be a equal participation from the manager representatives, or management representatives, or worker representatives. And then at least once in 3 months, the committee has to meet. And also the MOM has to be distributed for the entire committee. Then in case of any changes happens, it has to be addressed in the MOM. And also the criteria will be either the company has employed 250 or more, or the company is running under dangerous operations, or the company activities are listed in the first schedule of the Factories Act. This is the criteria about the requirement of safety committee. First of all, your company should have 250 or more, or under dangerous operations, or your company should comes under first schedule of the Factories Act. If your company not meeting any of this criteria, 3 criteria, you need not to form a safety committee. But there are companies still they are not coming under these considerations or their category or criteria. Still they are forming a safety committee for the improvements, or for the better performance of their safety of the people as well as organization. Okay, hope now everybody is clear. Any questions? Why I'm repeating this topic is very much important practically also. If somebody asks you in production department and all, you should able to answer them. Or somebody asking unknown people or other departments about safety committee, you should able to explain them at least minimum 5 minutes. Any questions?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes, Rajini.
Sir, once we send a MOM, or once the meeting is starting, prior that we will be sending an data, like the committee meeting will be having the agenda we will be sending, sir.
Correct,
So
we'll send
once
agenda.
the meeting, yeah. So once the meeting is completed, and whose responsibility is that, who will be taking care of all the things, like whatever will be the mentioned in the meeting, whatever the discussion is happened in the meeting. So who will be taking the responsibility for following up and closing the things?
Yeah, I'll explain. Generally, what
Yeah.
happens, the agenda will be, for example, if you are starting an initial safety committee, it is a new safety committee. We will
Okay.
be talking about why the committee has been formed, on what will be the roles of this committee and how the
Okay.
committee is going to help the total organization towards improving the safety culture of the organization. If it
Yes,
is
sir.
in a subsequent meetings, so there we will come up with, as you mentioned, the safety improvements we have done. And also
Okay.
we will be talking about the statistics of the accidents or near miss reports or etc. And we
Yes,
will
sir.
be talking about the major concerns of the safety. For
Yes,
example,
sir.
if the concern is about the maintenance activity, for example, if you have a pressure vessels, the
Yeah.
calibration is not done, or safety valves, the calibration is not done, or the lifting tools and tackles, the calibration is not done, or in production area, the spillages is more. They're not segregating the waste in production block properly, or
Okay.
housekeeping issues are there. There will be a
Okay.
multiple concerns we will be putting in the agenda. We will
Yes,
be
sir.
responsibility will be the concerned process owners. If it is in a problem in the production block, we will be keeping production manager as a responsible person along with the against the target dates, and the follow-up will be taken by the safety officer, who is the
Okay.
secretary of the committee.
Okay.
Responsibility will be the concerned party, who is the owner of the area or owner of the operations or activity, and the monitoring will be done by the safety officer or the member secretary.
Okay.
Any issue, either it is in a production or quality or R&D or instrumentation, maintenance, projects, HR, store, or any other security issues, maybe HR may comes in. We may say that there is a thefting issue or there is somebody else there which are entering into the premises. For with them we have any issue. So there is concerned person will be the responsible person.
Okay.
In the
Because
MOM itself, we will make a clear
yes.
understanding, description of
Yes,
the
sir.
point, the points
Okay.
discussed, action to be
Hmm.
taken, responsible person, target date, and the status, then remarks. This we will make a simple MOM.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Yeah,
Got it, sir.
yeah. Thank you.
Understood, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions? I'll show you one sample MOM also. It is there in the presentation. Yeah. Yes, Gaurav Singh, concerned person will be the responsible. And I can't say it is responsible. They are accountable actually. It is not about responsibility. They are also accountable for implementation of the corrective actions or the decisions which we have finalized during the meeting. They are accountable to implement. Okay. Okay, fine. We'll proceed further. Now we'll see the functions or duties. So as we have seen why safety committee. Then what is the legal requirement when we have to form a safety committee, duration of the safety committee, and tenure and the lifespan of the safety committee. Then under which circumstances the committee has to be formed. Now we'll see the functions. The functions of the committee in the sense duties or roles. Cooperation in implementation of health and safety policy. Definitely every organization will have a safety policy if it is in a well established or it is in a big organization. So implement of safety policy. Okay, if you come to safety policy, what are the matters we'll be covering in safety policy? Safety policyలో మనం ఏమేమి డిస్కస్ చేస్తాం? What are the points we'll cover? Okay, about a response. I'll come to your question, Gaurav Singh. In safety committee, in safety policy, what are the points we will write? It is a general, simple points. If you see any policy, they will be broadly write about one thing. First of all, legal requirements. They will say that we will follow or we will fulfill all applicable legal requirements as per our operations, and we will provide safe workplace to all our employees, visitors, workers, and stakeholders. And we are not going to pollute. We are not going to pollute environment with our operations, and we are going to encourage, or we are going to promote the employees' performance by the regular trainings, and our policy will be available for the all the members or all the stakeholders. So these are the simple points we will mention. So it is a broad aspect of safety. So that will be breaking down to different activities like safety committee, safety department, policies, procedures, inspections, audits, trainings, all this comes under this. Now, all matters of health and safety and environment solutions to the problems in regards, and creation of safety awareness amongst workers, and to conduct educational training and promotional activities, which is nothing but a training and safety week celebrations or other promotional activities. Then to discuss reports on safety, health and environment surveys, safety audits, risk assessment, emergency plans, implementation on recommendations of the reports, etc. So they will be talking about any safety survey happens, or any third party people came and they have audited the committee or they audited the organization about the safety, or any safety audit observations. All this will be discussed in the committee. And to carry out health and safety surveys and identify the causes of accidents. So we'll do a survey against the implementation, or we'll do survey about the accidents, or we'll do investigation of the accidents to identify the root causes of the accidents, and to investigate complaints of imminent danger and suggest corrective actions, and to review the implementation of its own recommendations, and to form subcommittees if necessary. So they'll do investigations and they'll review the implementation as well. So who will review the implementation? Total committee is going to review the implementation. So the implementation responsibility will be the concerned process owner or area owner. The review will happen by the total committee. Okay, that is about the functions or duties. And also, if you see, the main objective is to advise on managing directors or safety board to the top executives of the company on the all matters of the health and safety of the workers. So the committee is going to advise to top management, and it is not a substitute of the for the management. అంటే ఇది మేనేజ్మెంట్ యొక్క సబ్స్టిట్యూట్ కాదు. సో హియర్ ద డెసిషన్ మేకింగ్ విల్ బి ద చైర్మన్, బట్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ గోయింగ్ టు బి ఏ substitute for the management, and it is an organ or part of the management function, and also helps the management in specific area of safety. So it is also one of the major function of the management, or it is in a major area for the management to take care of safety activities. And it is a body of the safety representatives for group suggestions and decisions, cooperative safety efforts, and two-way channel of communication through which the suggestions can flow from employees to management and vice versa. So why the worker representatives has been taken or mandate for the safety committee? Because the ground level, the concerns or the ground level requirement can able to explain better by the workers. That's why the workers is the major portion in the safety committee. That's why they are mentioning that the equal participation is very much required. It does not bypass overall management control or general supervision and communication, but it aids to do it. So here the the committee is not going to bypass any management decision, but it is going to advise the management about the condition of the safety in the organization. Okay, clear? It will advise the top management. It will do the accident investigations. It will do survey on the safety audits, and it will do inspections, audits in the organization, and also it will reviews the actions which are implemented by the concerned process owners, and also it will educate the people about the safety requirements, and also it will be talking about the implementation of safety policy throughout the organization. Okay, these are the major duties. Now we'll see what is the advantages. Its advantages are brings together varying viewpoints and yield sounder decision than the individual members. So what will happen? The advantage is here multiple people will be there. అందరూ వేరు డిపార్ట్మెంట్ నుంచి రావడం వల్ల మనం ఒక్కొక్కళ్ళ వ్యూ పాయింట్ అనేది చూడొచ్చు. సో we will take a collective views of the incident, because అందరూ ప్రాబ్లమ్ ని ఒకే విధంగా చూడరు. So multiple people see the same issue in a multiple way, or different look will be there, different perceptions will be there, so that we can get the multiple viewpoints on a single issue. Widen interest by allowing participants of the work people in their own or work, and also allow checks and cross checks by a different opinion which are essential for safety. So what will happen? Widen the interest by allowing participants of work people in their own work, and also allows checks and cross checks. So being we have allocating the workers also in this, and also similar department people, there they can able to cross check and also and the different opinions from the down level towards the essential requirement of safety. అంటే సేఫ్టీకి సంబంధించిన రిక్వైర్మెంట్స్ ని ఇక్కడ డిస్కస్ చేయొచ్చు. And the disadvantages will be causes delay in decisions till the meeting are held. So as I mentioned, as per the legal requirement, once in 3 months. If you put 3 months in case of any issue is there, so the people has to wait for another 3 months to discuss about that issue. So that is the one major disadvantage. Consumes more time in meeting, discussing more time in meeting. That is also one disadvantage, and may sometimes turn into a trade union meeting if so pulled by the employees. Therefore, it's a good control to the point is necessary. Sometimes what will happen while discussing safety related concerns, then it leads to a trade union meeting, or it will go in a different direction. They left about the safety topics and they'll be talking something else. So there will be a good controller in between the meeting. They should be able to stop the other discussions and to bring back to the people about the discussion on safety matters. Now we'll see types of committees. There are various types of committees like Central Safety Committee, Plant or Shop Safety Committee, Technical Safety Committee, or Special Purpose Safety Committee. It will be differing on organization to organization, because if it is in a multinational company, or if the company is having multiple units in India, so they may have a corporate safety committee, and also unit level safety committee, and also department level safety committee. If you see the functions of plant safety committee, అంటే ఒక ప్లాంట్ లో ఒక సేఫ్టీ కమిటీ ఉంటే దాని యొక్క ఫంక్షన్స్ ఏంటి? The functions are almost similar. Review about the accident records, in case ఏమైనా యాక్సిడెంట్ జరిగితే వాటి యొక్క స్టేటస్ గురించి, to investigate accidents and implement corrective actions, and to implement directives of Central Safety Committee. So in case Central Safety Committee, if it gives any directions, how it is going to be implemented, and enforcement of safety rules, procedures, and also accepted safe practices. Enforcement in the sense implementation, making sure that all the safety procedures, practices are implemented. And to encourage and enforce the use of personal protective equipment, then safety inspection, rounds of various shops and sections, And to encourage, oh, sorry, there is a point missing. And encouraging people towards the implementation of safety practices. So these are the functions of the plant safety committee. And moreover, it is same again. If you take a central safety committee, they will be discussing about the plant safety, plant specific accident data, and they'll be talking about the investigation or the status of the investigations, and they'll be talking about the implementation status of those actions taken, and they will see about the implementation of procedures in various plants. It is about the next level, this thing. So if you see, it is in a simple minutes of meeting. We'll take about the meeting number or date or venue where it is happening, then members present, then special invitees sometimes in case of any special invitees are there, then members absent with permission or members absent without permission. So the permission without permission, nowadays there people are not practicing it. Previously it is there, who is absent, who is present and all. So nowadays, anyhow, we have a committee, we can take the attendees. So who have attended the committee. Then it will have an agenda item, decision taken, and action assigned to whom, in the sense, who is responsible. Then time frame, which means target date. Then action status, ongoing, dropped or rescheduled or implemented. In the sense, the status of the action in the next committee meeting. Before coming to the next committee meeting, we will discuss about the status. Okay, this is about the MOM, how it looks. Okay, with this, we have done this topic. If you have any questions, we can discuss. Meanwhile, I have a question from Singh. Sir, what is the action plan for the complaints? Gaurav Singh, can you please unmute and ask? I didn't got your question.
हेलो ये सर
हाँ, आपका सवाल क्या है?
Actually, sir, I have a question. That's what is the action plan for any evidence? Any observations compliance, sir?
No, complaints is different. Observation is different. Complaints in the sense, there is a requirement whether you are fulfilling or not. You are fulfilling the requirement, you are in compliance with the requirement, or you are not fulfilling the requirement, it is a non-compliance. Correct?
Yeah, okay, sir.
हाँ, इधर आप कंप्लेंट्स बोले तो लीगल कंप्लेंट्स बात कर रहे हैं, नहीं तो दूसरा कुछ है क्या?
नहीं एक्चुअली सर मैं अगर कमेटी मीटिंग में हम कुछ अगर अपना सेफ्टी ऑब्जर्वेशंस का कुछ बात कर रहे हैं टॉपिक कर रहे हैं
हाँ,
तो उससे रिलेटेड जो कंसर्न पर्सन है जो अकाउंटेबल पर्सन है उनसे अगर बात कर रहे हैं तो उनसे मुझे कंप्लायंस कैसे लेना चाहिए सर वो उसका हमको कंप्लायंस चाहिए सर
हाँ, कंप्लेंट्स इन द सेंस अभी जो हम लोग एक्शन सजेस्ट किया है कमिटी मीटिंग में, वो इम्प्लीमेंट किया है कि नहीं, वही है ना?
यस यस
हाँ,
यस सर
उन तो
यस सर
हम तो क्या करता है ना, जो इसका जो टारगेट डेट है, हम लोग बीच बीच में फॉलोअप मेल चलता है जनरली इन टिपिकल इन ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस, दे यूज्ड टू सेंड द
यस सर
follow-up mails in between. So based on
ओके
that, and even sometimes the safety officer will go to the site and they will verify whether whatever the action which is suggested implemented or not, and we will
यस
get the feedback. And the same feedback has been updated in the remarks. Whether it is completed, they say that we can close with the action taken. Sometimes what will happen, due to the practical concerns, the committee will suggest
यस
something. Due to the practical situation, the concerned person will implement something else. In that case, we will write action suggested, action taken. Then whatever the action taken, the committee is going to review it, whether the action taken by the concerned person is sufficient enough to reduce the risk of safety. If it is okay, then they'll go with their suggestion, they will close the issue. By the follow-up mails, then physical inspection. That is how we can get the compliance status of the action suggested.
राइट सर राइट
Yeah. We have less than a minute. Anybody having any question?